We reached out to local officials for their reaction today, and we must warn you some of the images may be disturbing. Gabby Ballou reports.
Local mayors from the cities of Monroe and Bastrop were able to provide us with statements regarding their reaction to the deadly New Orleans terrorist attack. Mayor Friday Ellis posted on social media Wednesday morning and offered prayers to the victims' families, saying in part, "On a day that should have been filled with hope and excitement for the new year, we're instead faced with the devastating reality of cowardly and intentional actions that have taken the lives of our brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, friends, and visitors in New Orleans." In a statement to our newsroom, City of Bastrop's Mayor Betty Alfred Olive said in part, "Our prayers go out to all affected by this horrific attack." She also says there are procedures in place in the event an incident happens in North Louisiana, and agencies work together to respond to large emergency situations. For complete coverage of officials reacting to the events in New Orleans, visit our website at knoe.com. In Monroe, Gabby Ballou, KNOE 8 News.